you saw earlier has been warming up in his dressing room for quite a while. Manny Pacquiao was ungloved, seated in a chair and watching television when last we saw him. We presume that the gloves are on, and there's a look. He's warming up with Freddie Roach, and this is one of the most familiar scenes in the sport. Pacquiao and Roach doing their now legendary mitt work. You saw so much of it in the series on Freddie Roach and their kinship with each other. Their non-verbal communication, the way they can change what they're doing just with a simple look here and there, shows you how much time they spent with each other, how well they know what they're doing. This is a ritual which is very deeply ingrained and a part of the constant ongoing flow of communication, Roy, between these two men.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get with a coach and you stick with him for a long time. You learn one another because you spend so much time together. You know, me and Coach Merck had that same camaraderie. Me and Tom can have a camaraderie like that because when you're with a guy, you just can tell by his body what he's thinking.
That trust is so critical to a fighter's security in the ring. Let's go to Michael Buffer now to start the official festivities.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like everyone to please remain silent for 3 national anthems. First, here to sing the national anthem for Mexico, please welcome Ana Barabra.
Gracias. Bueno, mi voz es poca, pero mis ganas de cantar el himno muy grandes. Esto dice: Mexicanos al guerra, el acero a prestar y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria tus sienes de oliva, de la paz del arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios se escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con su planta tu suelo, siento patria querida que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, del acero a prestar y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡Viva México! ¡Viva México!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here to sing the national anthem for the Philippines, from the Philippines, please welcome Chelsea Amada.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at pundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwan, hatid pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo.
now, ladies and gentlemen, with the Nellis Air Force Base Color Guard standing up here in the ring, representing all the men and women now serving in the armed forces of the United States and serving in harm's way, we dedicate the national anthem of the United States of America to them, and here to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Lorena Pearl.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Manny Pacquiao, supported by Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach in his dressing room, is ready. Juan Manuel Marquez, fortified by Hall of Fame trainer Nacho Beristain, is ready. It's time for our main event. For the fourth time, Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez. Theirs is a true rivalry. After 36 rounds, neither man has demonstrated superiority over the other. It began 8 years ago when Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez first met as featherweights. In the very first round, the Filipino slugger unleashed a violent onslaught. This is why we use the word sensation. Manny Pacquiao is a storm, but the Mexican star showed his resiliency, not just surviving the attack, but launching his own. Hard right hand stuns Pacquiao. And it could be the comeback of a lifetime for Juan Manuel Marquez.
Fueron 12 rounds y en la mayoría de los rounds dominó mi peleador.
The bout was declared a draw. 4 years later, the pair met again for a rematch. Uppercut by Marquez, huge left hook, buckles Pacquiao. Down goes Marquez on a straight left-hand shot.
Blood is drama. We have blood. We have drama. It was two great technicians doing what they do best.
This time, by just 1 point on the scorecards, Pacquiao was declared the split decision victor. The two met again last November. Pacquiao was the prohibitive favorite, seeking to end the trilogy in conclusive fashion. But the Mexican counterpuncher wouldn't comply. Hard right hand by Marquez. Pacquiao was knocked back on his heels. Juan Manuel Marquez is giving as good as he's getting from round to round and staying right there with Manny Pacquiao once again. Many observers felt Marquez had finally bested his greatest rival. But again, Pacquiao was awarded a controversial decision. Now, a fourth meeting between these in-ring equals, each searching for the elusive stamp of inarguable dominance.
Después de 3 peleas que hemos hecho un gran trabajo, un trabajo para aspirar al triunfo, y los jueces no lo han visto así, yo creo que lo importante es noquear.
We need to stop him claiming that he won the fight. We need to knock him out.
After 3 fights, doubt still persists. Who is the better man? Will this seemingly simple question finally be answered? Pacquiao Marquez IV is next. And never in the history of a boxing trilogy have judges' scores been so thoroughly dissected and discussed as is the case in this one. Look at these statistics. They fought 36 rounds. That means 108 judges' scorecards handed in for the rounds, of which Marquez has won 56 and Pacquiao has won 52. Only 21 of the 36 rounds have been unanimously judged by the judges. Of those rounds, Marquez won 12 and Pacquiao won only 9. So how is it that Manny Pacquiao has 2 victories and a draw? Easy. He knocked Marquez down 3 times in the first fight. He knocked him down 1 time in the second fight, and that was the difference in the fight. Those 4 knockdowns make up for the fact that Marquez has won a majority of the rounds. And now let's do something that normally we would do at the end of the fight. But because of this unusual context, we do it now. Harold, who are the 3 judges who will officially score the fight?
Okay, Jim, for the first time, they brought in 2 neutral judges. I'm really in favor of that. Adelaide Bird, she's the one that lives here. She's from Nevada. She's a very good judge. She worked last week and had Austin Trout 119, 109 over Miguel Cotto. Maybe a little wide, but she's a good judge. John Keane from England, 18 years experience, very, very experienced judge. He had Andy Lee, 58-56 over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at the time of the stoppage in El Paso, which was the same as the other 2 judges had it. And the third one, Steve Weisfeld, one of my favorite judges, a really hard-working guy. He'll work club shows, he'll work title fights, he'll work anywhere, anytime. He had Austin Trout 117, 111 over Cotto last week, which is exactly the way I saw it.
I want Weisfeld's aging secret. I've been judging 19 years. He looks about 28.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, let's take a look at the tail of the tape for Pacquiao and Marquez. Pacquiao, is he an old 33? Is Marquez a young 39? That's the biggest difference between them. Half-inch height advantage for Marquez. Arm length equal, measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. Some were surprised yesterday when Pacquiao weighed 147 at the weigh-in, but there's been so much talk in recent weeks about the increased strength that Marquez expected to bring into the ring. He weighed only 143, though his body looked like that of a bodybuilder tonight. Pacquiao up only to 151. Marquez up only to 148. This after we've been looking at a succession of fighters who came into the ring having gained 16 or 18 pounds overnight. And now here comes Juan Manuel Marquez. There was controversy in media surrounding the use of Angel Heredia as his physical conditioning trainer. Heredia has managed to get Marquez into what looks like spectacular shape. But Roy, we saw it at the weigh-in. Is it boxing shape?
Well, we don't know if it's boxing shape yet. We'll find out because when you see a lot of bulkiness in a fighter, it usually is good for a guy who throws a lot of loopy punches, like an overhand right, uppercut, or hooks. And that's what he usually catches Pacquiao with. But as far as the straight punches go, no, it's not good weight.
Jim, a lot of people sense that Marquez is the more deeply motivated fighter for this fight, which is why the odds have gone all the way down to about 8 or 9 to 5 for Pacquiao. From 3 to 1 earlier this week. When they last fought, it was 5 or 6 to 1, if you recall. But the presence of Heredia in his camp could mean that even if he does win tonight, it will be considered a tainted win.
Because of Heredia's background as a supplier of performance-enhancing drugs, illegal performance-enhancing drugs, to athletes in other sports.
It's amazing how brazen prize fighters can be and do that and then expect us to believe it's just a coincidence.
But Marquez insists there is absolutely nothing negative about it, that it's all on the up and up, that what Heredia has given him is strength through natural training.
And it should be pointed out, Pacquiao is still the favorite, primarily I think because people feel if he is as great as we thought he was, he's going to find a way to win again.
to button the point, the physical trainer Heredia testified as a key prosecution witness in the Balco case. He was given immunity to do so, so there's no question about his background. But it's possible Marquez brought him in as a psychological ploy also.
Well,
and now here's Manny Pacquiao, about whom those rumors have circled for years, but of course there's never been any proof. And now let's look at the highlights from Pacquiao's last fight, the controversially scored battle against Timothy Bradley on June 9th, which virtually everybody at ringside felt that Pacquiao had won, but which wound up being a split decision for Bradley. And this is the early part of the fight when Pacquiao seemed to be landing his power shots and moving Bradley backward with the force of those shots when he landed them. Then as the fight went on, Larry, a tactical adjustment by Timothy Bradley as he moved farther back from Pacquiao and made Pacquiao reach to find him.
It was as though he came out to fight Pacquiao, and when he found out that that wasn't going to work, it was almost as if he surrendered. He started to box him, but it turned out that that was the formula for him to win, because he did better at that than he was doing earlier in the fight, and he got credit, or more credit than perhaps he deserved, from the judges.
Pacquiao's response to the loss was philosophical. And of course, since he has held political office in the Philippines, he has adapted his lifestyle to that of responsible public representation, emphasizing now his devout Christianity, his solid marriage with his wife Chinky, and leaving aside the rollicking, nightlife-dominated, fun-loving lifestyle which was a part of his identity when first he came up.
Yes, but he always used that fun-loving thing, the distractions, as a way of motivating himself. He was having a great time out of the ring, and he was a force inside of the ring. But now he has a full-time second job as a congressman. He has been notified by his office in the Philippines about the terribly destructive, tragic storm that took place a couple-hour drive from where he lives. So he's involved in two worlds full-time, and can you do this difficult world when you're involved in something else like that?
And Roy Jones, he's had so many big fights, so much prominence. He has been one of the two biggest public figures in the sport for nearly a decade now. How hard is it to keep it going year after year after year in that position?
Not hard at all, especially when you hear the name Juan Manuel Marquez. You know that means trouble as soon as the J part comes out. Although it's pronounced with a W as in Juan, you know when you hear that, that means war.
So no problem getting motivated tonight.
If it is, then he can't ever get motivated.
You know, the really hard part for Pacquiao is to beat Pacquiao, or the image we had of Pacquiao when he was too quick and strong for the bigger guys he fought. It's almost like he plays one character in one movie, and when you see him in the other movies, you wonder, well, where did Manny Pacquiao go? Well, give Marquez credit for making him a different character in the ring.
Manny Pacquiao hasn't had a knockout in more than 3 years. Of course, he became a much better, craftier boxer, and therefore did not need to knock opponents out as much as was the case earlier in his career. But is the power still there? It's a question he hopes to answer tonight. Let's go to Michael Buffer now for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MGM Grand as Bob Arum's Top Rank Boxing, MP Promotions USA, Zanford Promotions, and Marquez Promotions are all proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. Sponsored by Tecate con Carácter. Wonderful pistachios, get cracking. from the creator of True Blood, a new series on Cinemax premiering January 11th, Banshee. Smart Communications of the Philippines. The Weinstein Company's new movie, Django Unchained, directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio, in theaters Christmas Day. And Telcel America, now in the USA, the best way to call here and Mexico. At ringside, the three judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system will be Adelaide Bird, John Keane, and Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, referee Kenny Bayless. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, standing with trainer Nacho Berenstein, wearing black with red and green, officially weighing in at 143 pounds. His professional record, 61 contests, 54 victories, including 39 knockouts, with 6 defeats and 1 draw. He's a 4-division, 5-time world champion, damas y caballeros, de Ciudad de Mexico, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez. And fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Freddie Roach, wearing gray, official weight 147 pounds. His professional record, 60 fights, 54 victories, including 38 knockouts, with 4 defeats and 2 draws. From Sarangani Province, Philippines, the 8th Division, 10-time world champion, Manny Pacman Pacquiao!
The trunks are a little high on both sides, so anything going up here will be considered a clean punch. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Touch them up. Buenas suerte.
They've had 3 very good fights. Is this too much of a good thing, or is too much of a good thing a good thing? Let the thing finally begin.
Kenny Bayless trying to push Pacquiao back. He wants to come out of his corner to the center of the ring. Now the bell rings. Is it round 1 or round 37? Pacquiao starts off with a straight left hand, fires 2 jabs. Neither fighter has landed yet. Straight left hand lands for Pacquiao, straight right hand lands for Marquez. Those are their trademark punches. Boy, I think we can already see Manny Pacquiao trying to use more head movement, get away from Juan Manuel Marquez's counter shots.
Well, he's starting out quicker than he started before, and yes, he's giving him fakes, trying to freeze him, because if he can freeze him, he can hit him with that strange left hand that he throws.
It looks like Pacquiao still has the fire in his belly. Does he have the fire in his fists still?
And you see Marquez throwing some good body shots earlier as well. He's already gone down there twice this round. good left.
Good left by Pacquiao over the top. Landed on the butt. Marquez touching Pacquiao with the right. This time Pacquiao ducked the right hand as Marquez tried to counter after Pacquiao threw the left over the top. One of the things that Manny said would be different, that he'd be able to avoid Marquez's counters by moving his head.
Well, he's definitely moving his head more.
Unquestionably.
Even before he punches.
Will he keep it up and will it work? Those are the questions.
I think he'll keep it up because I think that's what he's prepared to do this time that's different from the last 2 times. Because in the first fight, he used a lot of head movement. That's how he was able to drop Marquez so many times. Like that with the feint.
Left by Pacquiao, Marquez with the left hook. Action very much like their first fight. Energetic. Flowing back and forth. It's a Marquez crowd. That was clear during the introductions, and now they're chanting Marquez, Marquez, Marquez. Tries to get to Pacquiao's body again. Good left hand by Pacquiao inside.
And Pacquiao landed a good uppercut inside, too.
Marquez just trying to see what Pacquiao is bringing to this dance. Not doing much leading and has taken more punches this round.
If throwing and landing is the difference, it appeared that Pacquiao may have had the advantage in round 1.
Bring his cup down. Jab a little bit more. Lively, be alive. He's moving to the side, he's trying to catch you with the left. He caught you 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 to the left.
Galaw tayo, ganun lang. Taas ng konti ang kanan, ha? Yung mag-aggressiveness natin, galaw ang ulo konti, ha? Dagdagan ang ulo ang konti, galaw, ha? Ganun na yung sitwasyon doon. Mabagal masyado.
Well, in a high-profile head-to-head battle like this, only one man can win. Ringside observer Mitt Romney can testify to that. He's in the front row right behind Manny Pacquiao's corner. Along with wife Ann, as you saw. Here's round 2. Harold Letterman gave the first one to Pacquiao. Punches in round 1. Pacquiao 13 of 56 by CompuBox count. Marquez only 5 of 32. Pacquiao threw 35 jabs in the round. That holds up to the pattern that he's demonstrated in the 3 previous fights with Marquez. Pacquiao, against most opponents, throws 2/3 power punches, 1/3 jabs. Against Marquez, 2/3 jabs, 1/3 power. Why? Marquez's counter shots.
Jim, by putting Romney in Pacquiao's corner, is that considered promotional
That's
persuasion?
just a good seat.
Okay.
It's just a good seat,
It's
Roy.
not-
That's all it is.
Okay, just checking.
Marquez looks exceedingly cautious early, Roy.
That's always. This is how he fights Pacquiao. And the one thing that he said that we may not necessarily agree with, but I asked him what was the one characteristic that allowed him to give Pacquiao such a hard time. He says he's smarter than Pacquiao.
Well, he is a professor of boxing, against a fighter who is a great offensive fighter.
Two good body shots by Marquez after Pacquiao landed a left upstairs. Remember the words of Joe Frazier about Jimmy Ellis. He's a really smart fighter. He's always thinking in there. And all the time he's thinking, I'm hitting it.
And that may be what's happening right now. Oh, good left
Good
uppercut.
left hand by Pacquiao. Backs Marquez up.
Oh.
Another good left hand shot by Pacquiao. He's finding Marquez's chin early with his left hand. And Marquez hasn't countered back against either of those 2 shots.
And the head movement, Jim, is what is allowing him to land those shots.
And it may be keeping Marquez from throwing. Mike Tyson seated close to the fight at ringside. Remember his head movement early in his career? Set up his offense. That's what Pacquiao's trying to do tonight.
kept guys from punching at him, and it enabled him to get closer to them than they expected him to be.
If Pacquiao can keep this up all night, it's a new wrinkle. Yes, Larry?
Well, Marquez said he has to find a grain of difference for him to win over the judges. And so far, he's a grain less. He's doing relatively little, and maybe this is a measured way of dealing with the obvious pressure that Pacquiao is putting on him.
Marquez landed a good left hook several seconds ago. Pacquiao backs away from a right hand.
That was a good right hand by Marquez, actually.
Good body shot by Marquez there. That was a more even round than the first one, or so it seemed, but Pacquiao landed two clean left hands right on the chin of Juan Manuel Marquez.
You cut it with a right hand and a hook. Vaseline. What
The hook's looking beautiful. Yes. Okay, ang sitwasyon.
Breathe deeply.
Maghihintay lang
Stick to the game plan. Keep it that way. Keep the footwork going. Very good defense.
Jim, here you see what I'm talking about in the first fight. You see the pump fake followed by the 1-2, and the left hand lands cleanly. The pump fake usually holds him still, then he jumps in with the 1-2 and catches him with the left.
Irvin Magic Johnson at ringside, enjoying himself as always. CompuBox numbers in round two. Pacquiao 12 of 41, Marquez 6 of 41. Pacquiao with a 9-6 edge in power shots landed, according to CompuBox.
You know, a couple of the left hands that Marquez has absorbed were the kind of punches in the first round of the first fight that knocked him down. He was better prepared for that to take that left hand now when it gets through.
Or maybe Manny has less power, as some people have speculated. Another left hand landed for Pacquiao on chin, and then he threw to the body with the left hand.
Pacman seems very motivated here, I must say, Jim. He's happy, he's enjoying himself, and he's constantly on the attack.
And he's befuddling Marquez with all that movement. Head movement, upper body movement, keeping his feet going. It's an exhausting way to fight. He's carried it through very well for the first 2.5 rounds. Another straight left hand down the pipe lands for Pacquiao. And he gets Marquez again with the left as he goes by.
He's feinting Marquez out of the game. He's feinting him. Marquez stays still. Next time, instead of feinting, he comes. And Marquez is right there.
And he's not nearly as stationary a target for Marquez's counters as has been the case in the past. So Marquez makes a smart choice and goes to the body with the left hook.
Very smart choice.
Another body shot by Marquez. That'll be the way to go if Pacquiao keeps all this movement up.
Gotta find a way to slow it down.
First time in 4 fights, Manny Pacquiao has been knocked out. That's the first time in 39 rounds that Juan Manuel Marquez has been able to put Manny Pacquiao down, and he did it with his signature right hand over the top.
And that's the punch, the looper punch I told you that the weightlifter would definitely benefit.
And he stunned Pacquiao with that right hand as well. So this is going to be a 2-point round for Marquez, unless Pacquiao can retaliate.
Marquez has been measuring Pacquiao, who's been the more aggressive fighter, and that time he measured him for the right hand.
Good left uppercut by Marquez.
Pacquiao's totally on the defensive now. Now he starts to throw again.
He won't stay defensive for long. You already know that.
Those body shots with the left hook by Marquez set up the right hand over the top.
They sure did, because just like Pacquiao was using feints to hold him, he used the body shots to hold Pacquiao still.
A fight breaks out in Vegas at the end of round 3. Manny Pacquiao was knocked down by Juan Manuel Marquez. He tried to retaliate, but Marquez makes the point stand up.
He see Marquez fade down after the jab, fade down like he's going to the body again, and come right over the top with the overhand right instead of the body shot or the straight right to the body. Caught Pacquiao as clean as he's ever gonna catch him.
And that's the first truly dramatic statement that Marquez has made in 39 rounds with Pacquiao.
He landed 5 body punches in the round before he threw that colossal right-hand shot. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Chip, remember, boxing is scored on a point system. And in points, Juan Manuel Marquez evened it up with that knockdown. He gets 2 points in that round. So in points, it's 28-28. I give Manny Pacquiao the first 2 rounds. I thought he landed the cleaner shots, but Marquez evened it up with that right hand in round 3. So 28-28, it's all even.
I have the same score.
Marquez wobbled Pacquiao in the second round of their second fight. That was as close as he had come prior to that moment to knocking Pacquiao down. This is a big psychological turning point. Let's see how the 2 fighters respond to it.
Well, if they wonder if the weightlifting helped him at all, that was your answer. He's never dropped Pacquiao like this on 1 punch.
Another straight right hand by Marquez finds the target. Now Pacquiao lands a jab and a left hand. Pacquiao seems to be fully physically recovered from the knockdown. Is he fully psychologically recovered?
Oh, he was fully physically and psychologically recovered after at the end of the round he got knocked down in. That was not his first rodeo. And Pacquiao is doing some really, really good head movement.
They're just a little bit older. Maybe the reflexes have slowed just a tiny bit. Maybe that means a more wide-open offensive fight than ever before. Maybe that means their version of the Thriller in Manila.
Good left hand by Pacquiao.
Good combination by Pacquiao. Uppercut inside by Pacquiao. Straight left hand landed before that.
Pacquiao's been trying several uppercuts. It must be something they saw where Marquez might be open.
Well,
it's interesting because it's a signature punch for Marquez. He's one of the best uppercut throwers in the game.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what Marquez always hit him with in fight 3 for sure. So why not try it against him?
Good jab by Marquez. Good right hook by Pacquiao. Another good right hook by Pacquiao. Great right hand by Marquez. They trade shots again. High action round.
Sit down, listen. Just stick to the game plan. Don't change your game plan. Stick to it.
And attack a little more. Can you do it? Attack a little bit more. Walk a bit more in the combinations and then...
If you'll notice in Pacquiao's corner, they are rubbing his calves. He has had cramps in fights before.
Star-studded ringside tonight. You saw Ray Leonard. Manny Pacquiao landed 14 of 37 punches by CompuBox count in the 4th round. Juan Manuel Marquez, 7 of 35. Pacquiao with a 9-6 edge in power shots. And you saw that Harold Letterman scored the round for Pacquiao, putting him back in front by a point on Harold Letterman's unofficial scorecard. It's been a fascinating first 4 rounds. The headline stories, Pacquiao's movement, Marquez's right hand knockdown in the third round.
Pacquiao hit Marquez with a flush left hand, and Marquez scarcely blinked.
Means he's very focused, Larry.
And he sees it coming, whereas in the earlier fights, he got hit by punches he probably didn't see.
Well, you got to be careful, though, because once again, Pacquiao is sitting down on his punches, and Pacquiao is giving him some feints. And Marquez right there.
And there goes the knockdown. Manny Pacquiao evens up the knockdown count as he puts Marquez on the canvas, or at least forces him to touch his glove to the canvas to score the knockdown in round 5. Now let's see if Marquez tries to retaliate down the stretch of this round.
Oh, there's just so many left hands you can take from Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, Marquez wasn't respecting the feints, and that's how Pacquiao caught it. Oh!
Huge right hand by Marquez. Pacquiao was able to stand up.
This may be the best fight yet.
Yeah, this is a blood-curdling war so far.
I mean, they promised toe-to-toe, but we've heard that story before, and seldom do fighters really try it at this level of the game.
Well, this is a different brand of toe-to-toe. This is step-back toe-to-toe. Like that. One step back and we bang it. Good body shot by Pacquiao. That may have hurt Marquez.
Pacquiao's feeling good now after knocking Marquez down. His job is to get out of the round.
Oh,
Marquez being able to retaliate.
Marquez is hurt bad.
Right
Marquez is hurt bad.
Marquez's feet are wobbling.
Marquez is hurt bad.
Pacquiao attacks. He may think he has him.
And Marquez is hurt bad.
Marquez still wobbling as Pacquiao drives him into the corner.
And Marquez won't hold.
Doesn't have his legs back yet. Marquez still wobbling. Fighting almost as though he's injured a leg.
But he is fighting back. Boy, 5 years ago, we didn't know that Marquez had that in him. But he is fighting back from some really killer shots.
What a round! What a round! All out roar in Vegas. Pacquiao evened up the knockdown count.
Nothing, it's a little cut.
Like that, just like that. Get close to him and go for it.
Here you see Pacquiao laying that straight left right down the pipe, and down goes Marquez with his gloves touch, but that's considered a knockdown. There, that's that straight right hand again, and left hand again, and down goes Marquez. You see the gloves touch the floor right there. That's cleanly a knockdown. Later in the fight, you see a left hand followed by a right hook, which he said he was going to use this time, and that right hook really hurt Marquez, maybe worse than the left hand did.
Sergio Martinez at ringside. Manny Pacquiao's right hook reemerges from dormancy in this rivalry. Sometimes it's his most effective punch. Everybody game plans for the straight left. Pacquiao in that round, 26 out of 48 punches, including 21 power shots. Marquez was just trying to stay in there. Sixth round of a scheduled 12. It's going by fast, and it's been brilliant stuff.
It wouldn't surprise me if Marquez's nose is broken. There's a lot of blood coming from it.
He was stiff-legged all the way to the end of the round after that big right hook, but managed to stay on his feet.
I don't know how he finished.
Looks as though Marquez's nose is broken. The blood is gathering under his nose.
And his left eye is swollen.
These are big shots Pacquiao's been landing early. There's another left hand, and another left hand. And Marquez drives him back with a counter shot.
And once again, the Drama King has created more drama, brought us the blood of drama, and brought out the battler.
Marquez's mouthpiece is out of his mouth.
No, it's not.
Nope.
No, that's something else.
That was something else. Okay.
Well, I hope
like
it wasn't
Vaseline.
I hope it wasn't a bridge.
Probably some Vaseline.
It was a big gob of Vaseline. You're exactly right, Roy. The Another left hand for Pacquiao.
Yeah, Pacquiao's killing Marquez with these head fakes. He's feinting him, getting close enough. If Marquez doesn't move back, he rushes with a left hand the next time that lands right on the button.
Partially blocked that right hand by Marquez. It was thrown from a long distance.
That was the one that knocked him down earlier.
I don't think that'll happen again because I think Pacquiao has made the adjustment.
No, but he might knock him down on an uppercut or a left hook.
Yeah, he might, but I doubt it because now he's allowing Pacquiao to feint him first, and that's why Pacquiao is landing so many big shots.
What could Marquez do to stop that?
He has to get back in front of Pacquiao. He needs to either feint or he's going to stay behind.
And it looks a little bit like Marquez is having trouble breathing because of the blood in his mouth.
Pacquiao lands another
nose.
straight left-hand shot, and another.
No.
Two champions performing like champions.
Yes, sir. See those movements right there? That's what's causing Marquez the most trouble. Because when Pacquiao does that, Marquez doesn't really realize how close Pacquiao has gotten to him.
Marquez was off balance again. Now gets his feet back and tries to roar back to nail Pacquiao with the right hand.
Oh!
That's another knockdown.
He's not getting up, Jim.
He get up.
He's not getting up, Jim. He's not getting up.
No, he's been knocked out. A sensational right hand knockout by a bloodied Juan Manuel Marquez. And that is the keystone moment of his career. Manny Pacquiao is still face down.
And it may mean a fifth fight between Marquez and Pacquiao.
What a victory for Juan Manuel Marquez, with blood streaming out of both nostrils and his mouth.
Wow.
With his legs wobbly from hard left-hand shots from Manny Pacquiao, he scores a colossal right hand to knock Pacquiao cold.
And we have to ask, will Manny Pacquiao ever be seen in the ring again?
Correct. Those are your two possibilities, a fifth fight or a retirement. What an amazing fight. What an amazing, stunning knockout performance by Marquez. So the tsunami that hit the Philippines is replicated here by the tsunami of Juan Manuel Marquez's right hand. This was in the last 2 seconds of the round.
Yeah, Jim, the last 2 seconds, Pacquiao was coming at him real hard. He knew Pacquiao was coming. This is what a guy does to you when you have your timing down pat. Watch Pacquiao as he comes to Marquez. Marquez steps back when he's coming, and here comes Marquez following with the overhand right. You see that?
Pacquiao missed the right hand.
He knew he was coming. He just caught his rhythm because that's what has caused him, has enabled him to cause Pacquiao so many problems. The overhand shot, though, the looping shots, are what I told you that the weightlifting would help. Here you see this is a looping shot. So that's the shot, bam, right on the button that the weightlifting definitely will help you with.
That's the hardest and most dramatic shot we've seen in the sport since Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams on November 20, 2010 in Atlantic City with a very similar shot. And Martinez is sitting about 8 feet away from where Pacquiao lies face down at that moment.
And Pacquiao had no clue that that punch was coming back at him.
That is why counterpunchers wait to counter.
That's exactly right.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the particulars on the knockout of Manny Pacquiao.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, this fight comes to an end at 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 5. The winner by knockout victory, damas y caballeros, de Ciudad de México, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
CompuBox numbers, academic. They're going to show Pacquiao with every advantage. Landed 94, took 52. Threw 10 more punches, landed at a significantly higher connect rate. Pacquiao came in with a brilliant game plan and was executing it well. The only problem was the 2 right-hand counter shots with which he got caught. Cold caught. Caught as badly as you can get caught. Total power punches. Pacquiao landed 27 more, threw less, landed at a nearly 50% connect percentage. When you do that, you're headed toward victory in the fight. But Marquez landed 2 giant shots, and the second one put Pacquiao to sleep. Punch zone, showing where the punches landed on each fighter. Pacquiao is doing so much damage upstairs. Marquez's head was a mass of blood. And Manny Pacquiao was taking shots too. Maybe the most important ones, other than the 2 right-hand shots that Marquez landed, those 13 body shots that Marquez landed. They helped to set up the counter punches that won him the fight. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring with the winner.
Thank you very much. A little bit of a tumult in the ring, as usual. Juan Manuel. Congratulations on a great victory. Coming into this fight, did you feel that he was vulnerable to the right hand that knocked him down?
Sabíamos que tenemos que trabajar esos puntos. Yo dije que el cambio muy mínimo que se iba a ser importante.
No, we needed to work those points, but I always said that the change in the rhythm was going to be important.
He came out.
Good fight, thank you.
Manuel, he came out very aggressive. So did you sense immediately, I just have to be patient and counter him?
Nosotros sabíamos que iba a salir de esa manera, iba a salir agresivo. Hicimos nuestra pelea, hicimos la pelea de técnica, conectar golpes. Yo le dije que iba a ser más agresivo y así resultó.
We knew he was going to come out aggressive, so we needed to do a fight plan that was going to be more technique. And that was happening. And then we were able to capitalize on it.
When you knocked him down the first time, did you say to yourself, okay, this is a different now I am the stronger guy in the ring?
Sí, ahora peleamos en el peso, que es lo que ellos quisieron. Me sentí muy bien, me preparé muy fuerte. Sabía que era una pelea difícil, pero no imposible para ganar.
Yes, we knew we fought it his way. We knew it was going to be a very difficult fight, but it wasn't impossible to win.
But you were hurt very badly, or at least you were bleeding very badly. Did you sense you had to do something desperate and dramatic at that point?
Tenemos que trabajar bien, tenemos que trabajar mucho la técnica combinada con agresividad. Yo creo que fue un punto muy importante no dejarnos conectar otra vez por Manny como lo había hecho.
We had to use our technique and our skill, and it was very important, and we wouldn't allow Manny to connect as he has usually done.
When you went down from a straight left hand, did you feel that was, I did something not right, something happened here?
Sí, cometimos un error en haber bajado la mano. Después supimos componer ese error y bueno, todo resultó bien.
Yes, it was an error. We brought my hand down and that was an error, but after that we corrected it and everything went well.
We asked you before the fight whether you thought all of your new muscles would make a difference in this fight. Did the muscles make a difference?
No creo. Nosotros trabajamos fuerte en la fuerza, trabajamos fuerte en la velocidad y yo creo que dieron los buenos resultados.
No, I don't think so. We worked strength, we worked speed, and I think you can see the good results.
Do you want or expect a 5th fight with Manny?
Ahorita vamos a descansar, vamos a platicar con la familia y a ver qué es lo que viene.
We'll relax, we'll talk with the family, and we'll see what comes.
Thank you for a great fight.
Y arriba México, arriba México. Thanks, Manny. Again, you are a great fighter. Great fighter.
Thank you, man. We love you. You are a great boxer, man. Thank you.
Manny, after you suffered the knockdown earlier in the fight, you seem to be taking control.
Get out of my shot!
Did you get careless? Did you just think, well, now I have him?
Yes, I get careless on that round because I think I got him, but it's not good.
Because he was so bloodied from your punches, you felt that was the time to finish him?
Yes. I'm so careless for the fight. That's part of the fight.
And so you got hit with a punch that you never saw, and you were out for a long time before you even knew it.
Exactly. I didn't see his punch, and I'm so overconfident that I thought I got him.
We have never seen you go down like that since your career in America, since you became such a world force. Take a look here and tell us of what you can see. I assume you have not seen this yet.
Yes, I'm crazy because I thought I got him, but
So did it surprise you that despite the fact that you had knocked him down, and despite the fact that you were so bloody, that he came back at you with such force?
Exactly. He's not an easy opponent. He's a top boxer. So, I respect Marquez. It's not that easy fighter easy to beat. I did my best, but that's boxing. That's sports.
Did you get too aggressive in trying to show that you really did win the earlier fights?
No, I thought I got him in last couple rounds, but I starting to overconfident. But when I hit his punch, I got hit a strong, a solid punch.
He's hit you before. Was he stronger when he hit you, or was it just that he hit you with punches you just never saw coming?
I just didn't see his punches that I never expect that punches.
I know it's rather soon after you have been knocked out for the first time in a very, very long time, but you have another full-time career back home as a congressman. Do you want to fight again? Do you want to fight him again?
Yes, why not? It's a good fight. I'm just starting overconfident on that fight because I thought I got him.
So you're saying to us that you want to see a fifth fight with Marquez?
Well, if they give us a chance, and we'll fight again.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Jim?
All right, let's take a look one more time at the three big shots in the fight. This was round number 3 when Marquez landed that colossal right hand over the top and knocked Pacquiao down. Pacquiao retaliated in the 5th round. Straight left hand down the pipe, right on the chin. Marquez touched the left glove to the canvas. Even on the knockdowns at that point, Pacquiao seemed to be winning the non-knockdown rounds with greater activity and more power punches. At the time of the closing knockout, all 3 judges had the fight scored 47-46 for Manny Pacquiao. And surely he had won this round up to this moment, as Marquez had tasted a lot of hard power shots on his bloody face. But all the time that he was tasting those hard power shots, Roy Jones, you have to assume that the smartest counterpuncher in boxing was thinking that his chance would arrive if he could stay on his feet long enough to get the one big counter shot.
That's exactly right, Jim. And what that showed me, which is the thing that scared me most, I think I told you, the one thing that scared me most about the fighter meeting was when I asked him what was that one characteristic. He said, I'm smarter than Pacquiao. Which means that tonight what he did was he knew Pacquiao had to try to finish him to get a concrete win and say, I am the king of this forever. Because of that, he let that lead Pacquiao into carelessly attacking him when he thought he had him. And that smartness paid off.
Marquez, on wobbly legs, almost didn't make it out of the 5th round. Was that a desperation shot?
No, it wasn't a desperation shot. He was backing up. He was comfortably backing up. As a matter of fact, I saw him miss with a right hand a few seconds before that, and I was like, whoa, that was a good shot. I just didn't say it because the action was so high. Right after that, wham, he caught him with the same punch. I said, whoa. Shocked me. I know it shocked Pacquiao.
Now joining us back at ringside, Larry Merchant. Larry, it was an epic night, an epic fight, one which will be talked about for a long time. Your thoughts?
Well, briefly, Jim, the definition of insanity supposedly is trying the same thing over and over again and getting a different result. We tried the same thing over again and got a different result, and the most spectacular result of anything that had happened before.
Juan Manuel Marquez has, through the bulk of his career, been one of the great victims of the subjective cruelty of life. Early in his career, overshadowed for years by his Mexican countrymen Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales, both of whom were seen as more spectacular fighters, more fun to watch. So he changed his style in mid-career, took more risks, became a little bit more of a boxer-puncher, more of a banger, traded more. He got some unexpected knockdowns as a result from lesser fighters, but he kept biding his time and getting better. He's the smartest counterpuncher in boxing. He used it in 3 fights to bedevil Manny Pacquiao without ever getting a win. Yesterday he told us he would try harder for the knockout, and why shouldn't he? For the latter part of his career, he's, for the most time, been the number 3 fighter in the world in a sport in which the public recognized only 2, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. After tonight, they'll recognize Juan Manuel Marquez. It was a thrilling victory for Marquez, regardless of which fighter you root for. Thanks very much for being with us on this epic